Many men believe that women lie just to hurt them. But Machiavelli knew the truth. The most dangerous lies aren't meant to hurt you without purpose. They're designed to control you, softly, silently, and with your full consent. In this video, you'll discover 20 of the most common lies women use to manipulate men. In dating, relationships, and even marriage. Miss one, and you'll fall for it without even seeing it happen. Let's begin. 1. The lie she uses to make you doubt your instincts. You're overthinking. This is one of the most dangerous lies because it attacks your own perception. Whenever you sense something is off, a shift in her energy, a change in her behavior, and you bring it up, she softly dismisses you. You're overthinking. You're being paranoid. You're too sensitive. Suddenly, you question yourself. You suppress your gut instincts. You start doubting your reality, and that's exactly where she wants you. Machiavelli warned, men are destroyed when they stop trusting their own judgment and rely on the comfort of others. The goal is simple. Once you stop trusting yourself, she becomes the one who defines the truth. Here's your next move. Always observe patterns, not words. If your instincts sense a shift, honor it, even when the lie sounds gentle. 2. The lie that hides her true nature. My ex was crazy. When a woman describes every past relationship as toxic, abusive, or filled with crazy men, listen carefully. She's not giving you facts. She's building a narrative where she's always the victim, never responsible. Machiavelli taught, those who constantly blame others are often hiding the part they played. This lie works because it triggers your protector instinct. You start thinking, I'm different. I'll be the one who treats her right. And that mindset blinds you to her patterns. Here's your move. Pay attention to repeated stories of victimhood. If every man before you was evil, there's a high chance you're simply next on the list. 3. The lie that makes you feel special. Fast. You're the only one I've ever felt this way about. This lie is seductive because it feeds your ego directly. Early in dating, she amplifies the connection. I've never met anyone like you. This feels different. I usually don't open up like this. You feel chosen. You feel rare. And because of that, you lower your guard, fast. Machiavelli would say, praise used too early is a trap disguised as admiration. The purpose is to make you invest emotionally before you truly know her. Here's your move. Don't fall for premature intensity. Attraction built too fast often burns out or turns manipulative. Let time expose real character. 4. The lie that keeps you hooked without commitment. We don't need labels. This lie is pure control through ambiguity. When she benefits from your attention, resources, and emotional support, but isn't ready to commit, she'll say, why ruin this with labels? Let's just enjoy what we have. Translation: I want all the benefits of a relationship without giving you the security of one. Machiavelli taught, control the terms of the agreement, and you control the entire game. She defines the rules. You're trapped playing them. Here's the solution. If she avoids commitment while taking commitment-level benefits, you walk. Your standards define the relationship, not her comfort zone. 5. The lie that makes you chase validation. You're too good for me. At first glance, this sounds like humility, but it's a manipulation designed to reverse the power dynamic. By saying, you're too good for me, she subtly forces you to reassure her, chase her, and prove you'll stay. You start thinking, I need to show her I don't see her flaws. I need to make her feel secure. Suddenly, you're working harder, and she holds the power. Machiavelli would say, when they appear weak, they control those who rush to protect them. Here's your move. Don't reward false humility. Confidence stays grounded. If she truly feels unworthy, she will rise to meet your standard, or exit. Now let's move forward, because the next lies are even harder to detect, and most men fall for them without resistance. The lie that delays the truth. I just need time to figure myself out. This lie is the art of indefinite delay. When she says, I need time, it sounds reasonable. You want to respect her space, but in reality, this is often a soft way to put you on standby while she explores other options, without fully letting you go. Machiavelli would say, indecision serves only the one who benefits from your waiting. The longer you wait, the weaker your position becomes. She holds your time hostage while protecting her freedom. Here's your move. Time limits create clarity. If someone needs time, give it, but don't pause your life for them. Absence either makes her value you or exposes her true indecision. 7. The lie that uses friendship to control you. I don't want to ruin our friendship. This is one of the most common traps. She rejects your romantic interest, but still wants your presence, your support, your attention, all without offering anything in return. It's not real friendship. It's emotional labor disguised as kindness. Machiavelli taught, keep allies who serve your mission. Cut those who drain your strength. She benefits while you suffer, holding on to false hope. Here's your move. If she won't reciprocate your value, withdraw fully. True friendship is mutual. Manipulation is one-sided. 8. The lie that blocks accountability. I didn't mean it like that. Whenever she crosses a boundary, disrespects you, or says something cruel, she hides behind this defense. I didn't mean it like that removes responsibility for her words while forcing you to absorb the damage. Machiavelli warned, the clever attacker wounds without appearing guilty. She avoids consequences while placing the burden of forgiveness on you. Here's your strategic move. Judge actions, not intentions. If someone constantly crosses your boundaries, their meaning is irrelevant. Your standards must remain non-negotiable. 9. The lie that destroys your boundaries. You're insecure. This lie attacks your masculinity directly. Whenever you enforce a boundary or question suspicious behavior, she accuses you of being insecure. The goal is simple: make you feel guilty for protecting yourself. Machiavelli said, turn their defense into your offense, and you control both. By shaming your standards, she forces you to lower them. Here's your move. True strength is not ignoring red flags. Real confidence enforces boundaries, even when accused of insecurity. 10. The lie that forces you to trust blindly. You should trust me. Trust is not given blindly. It's earned. But manipulators demand unconditional trust to avoid accountability. By saying, you should trust me, they flip the burden onto you, as if questioning them is the problem. Machiavelli taught, trust is the tool of the naive. Control belongs to the man who verifies. Blind trust is not loyalty, it's submission. Here's your move. Trust actions, not promises. Protect your peace through verification, not blind faith. Now let's move forward, because the next lies are even more subtle and far more dangerous once you fail to recognize them. 11. The lie that disarms your suspicion. I've never done this before. This phrase sounds innocent, vulnerable, pure. but often, it's a tactic to lower your guard. By pretending innocence, she frames herself as inexperienced, so you lower your defenses and overlook red flags. Machiavelli warned, "Those who appear harmless often strike the deepest." The illusion of innocence disarms you while hiding calculated behavior. Here's your next move. Don't get hypnotized by her words. Observe patterns, not performances. Innocence is proven by consistency, not declarations. 12. The lie that manipulates your honesty. I just want communication. She says she wants you to open up, share your fears, your secrets, your weaknesses, in the name of good communication. But once you overshare, those confessions can later be used to control or weaken you. Machiavelli taught, expose only what serves your strategy. Guard what exposes your weakness. Not everyone who asks for your honesty has earned your vulnerability. Here's your solution. Communicate with clarity, but protect your depth. Only reveal what you're prepared to have used against you. 13. The lie that tests your jealousy. I was just busy. When attention fades, excuses arrive. She ignores messages, cancels plans, avoids explanations, but reassures you, I was just busy. Machiavelli understood. Uncertainty is a tool that stirs emotion. Emotional men are easier to rule. The goal isn't to calm you, it's to keep you questioning your position. Here's your move. Never reward unclear behavior. If attention becomes inconsistent, match her distance without complaint. Respect must be mutual or absent. 14. The lie that masks future betrayal. I would never do that to you. This sounds like reassurance, but often hides premeditation. When someone strongly denies behaviors you never even questioned, they plant a false image of loyalty up front, creating trust they can later exploit. Imagine this. Early in the relationship, she says, I could never cheat on someone I love. You never brought up cheating, but she frames herself as incapable, disarming your instincts before any threat even appears. Machiavelli warned, the promises of the weak are most dangerous, for they serve to blind you before they fail you. Here's your solution. Don't trust exaggerated purity claims. Observe behavior, not proclamations. True loyalty needs no marketing. 15. The lie that tests your reaction. My phone died. Classic avoidance tactic. Ignored calls, late replies, missed texts, all dismissed with, my phone died. Machiavelli would see this for what it is. The man who accepts weak excuses invites future disrespect. She's not explaining. She's testing how much disrespect you'll tolerate. Here's your move. Don't chase. Don't confront. Withdraw your energy. When standards are clear, games lose power. Now let's move forward. Because the next lies strike deeper, playing directly with your pride, your ambition, and your sense of control. 16. The lie that triggers your ego. You're so much better than my ex. At first it flatters you. She compares you to the man before you, painting you as superior. But beneath the compliment hides a manipulation of your ego. Machiavelli would say, praise creates loyalty in fools, calculation in the wise. By exalting you above her ex, she subtly makes you invest more to stay better, while setting a standard you now feel pressured to maintain. Here's your move. Don't let comparison dictate your identity. Stand firm on who you are, not who she contrasts you against. True power isn't relative, it's absolute. 17. The lie that creates emotional debt. My last relationship really hurt me. She paints herself as a victim, broken, damaged, recovering. You feel protective. You want to heal what others have broken. But Machiavelli knew, he who carries another's wounds becomes their prisoner. Her pain becomes your responsibility. Her healing becomes your mission, while she holds all the leverage. Here's your move. Offer empathy, not obligation. Her healing is her task. Your role isn't to repair her, but to observe if she's strong enough to grow on her own. 18. The lie that hides her real intentions. I don't care about money. She claims to care only for love, connection, and simple things. But as the relationship progresses, vacations, gifts, lifestyle expectations appear. Machiavelli taught, men are judged more by what they can give than by who they are. By downplaying financial interest early, she avoids appearing transactional, while quietly observing your resources. Here's your move. Observe her long-term behavior, not early claims. The woman who truly doesn't care for money keeps expectations stable, no matter what you provide. 19. The lie that forces you to guess. I'm fine. The deadliest passive-aggressive weapon. She's upset. You feel the tension. But when you ask, she says, I'm fine. Machiavelli warned, he who explains himself becomes vulnerable. He who seeks explanations gives power. By forcing you to interpret her silence, she places you into emotional pursuit, destabilizing your frame. Here's your move. Never negotiate with passive aggression. Respectfully disengage. Let her speak when she's ready to communicate clearly. You control the frame, not her silence. 20. The lie that positions her as superior. I'm not like other girls. She paints herself as the exception, unique, different, not like those women. It's designed to fast-track your trust and investment. Machiavelli would smile. The greatest manipulation is the promise of uniqueness. By making you believe she's rare, she accelerates your attachment while concealing her true nature. Here's your move. Trust actions over self-branding. Every woman can say she's different, but only consistent behavior proves it. Now let's close this chapter. Because while these lies seem different on the surface, they all serve one purpose: power over your mind, your emotions, and your decisions. What you've just seen isn't a list of random lies. It's a map of psychological warfare. Because most men don't get manipulated by accident. They get manipulated because they ignore the patterns. Women who use these lines aren't necessarily evil. They're playing a survival game, a power game, a game where attention, emotions, and resources are the currency. Machiavelli understood it long before modern dating. Those who control perception control reality. And when you believe the words without seeing the strategy behind them, you lose the frame before you even know you're in a game. But the man who sees clearly, who hears the words but watches the patterns, who never trades his emotional stability signed for temporary validation, that man becomes unplayable. Because here's the brutal truth. You don't win by trusting words. You win by controlling your reactions, by standing so solid, so calm, so grounded, that no tactic can pull you off balance. Attraction is not built by falling for performances. It's built by becoming the man who can't be manipulated. And once you master that, you stop chasing love. You start commanding respect, not by being cold, but by being untouchable. If this opened your eyes and you're serious about becoming the man who's in full control of his life, my book is now available, The Undeniable Man. Built to be Chosen. It's a strategic guide for men who want to attract, lead, and dominate in their love life and beyond. Whether you're single or in a relationship, no fluff, no tricks, just pure, powerful strategy that will set you apart from 99% of men, and that you will actually use every day. The link is in the description. And if this video spoke to you, don't just keep your thoughts in your head. Write a comment, even just a few words. It helps you remember these lessons, and it might help someone else too. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content, and share it with someone who, in your eyes, needs it right now. Just trust your instinct. We're all trying to get clearer, more solid inside. So let's build minds that don't break.